Hey, Liam. Do you have a second to talk real quick?
Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem. My lunch break just started, so I should have a while that I can talk. What's up, Ashley?
Well, it's just about your mom, actually. She came over to the house again today.
Did she really? Man, my mom must have really taken a liking to you, huh, Ash?
I'm not sure if that's what I'd call it, per se.
Oh, really? You think so? But I feel like she comes over several times a week, doesn't she? Actually, I'm really happy that you and my mom have gotten along so well.
Right, well, that's just kind of what I wanted to talk to you about. The thing is that your mom and I really aren't on all that friendly of terms with each other.
Wait, really? You don't think that my mom likes you? What makes you say that?
Well, she comes over to the house early in the morning and your mom just has a lot of things to say about me in the house while she's over.
What kind of things does she say to you?
She tells me that I'm not cooking well enough for you, or in general. I'll serve her lunch and then she'll tell me that it tastes awful. Then, when I'm trying to do chores around the house, she'll follow me around, but she never ever helps me. She just criticizes how I'm doing them.
Oh, well, is that it? That doesn't sound too bad to me. It sounds to me like she just wants to help you do things around the house even better than you're already doing them. I would just think of this as free training from a real pro at housekeeping.
So you're saying that all of that sounds totally normal to you then?
Yeah, I mean, back when married couples would live with their husband's parents, I feel like it was the job of the mother-in-law to make sure the wife was doing a good job. But now that we're living apart, it makes sense that she would come over more often to see how you're doing. It's not like she's doing any of this to be mean or to bully you. I just think that she wants to teach you a bit about the married life.
I guess that kind of makes sense, but the way she talks to me makes me feel like she doesn't think I know how to take care of the house at all.
You think so? But I think you're doing a great job. I mean, my mom probably has much higher standards for how a house should be run, of course, but there's nothing wrong with learning from someone with more experience, right?
I don't think so either, but having her come over almost every day this week to do that is just really starting to bother me. I mean, I don't have time to sit there and redo the same chore over and over again. I have my own schedule that I want to keep.
A schedule? What are you talking about? You're a housewife whose only job is to keep the house clean. What schedule could you possibly have?
That isn't true at all, Liam. I have a lot of things that I want to get done every single day. Besides, you know that I'm trying to get my craft shop off the ground so that I can make a little money from home. I just feel like I haven't had any time to put into that at all lately.
Sure, you don't have time for that now, but this is all just temporary. I'm sure that my mom will get bored of coming over so often, and then you'll have the whole house to yourself again, okay? Besides, that little craft thing is more like a hobby for you now, right? So it's okay to prioritize what your actual job is, don't you think?
Well, when you put it like that, I just wish that she didn't come over so often is the thing.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but I think that this is just my mom's way of getting closer to you. I mean, it isn't like she's doing anything that bad when you think about it, right?
It's not so bad in small doses, but when she comes over every day like this, it really starts to grind on my patience.
I know, but you just gotta keep at it. Think of this as a really good way for you to learn about how to be the best that you can be from a real pro. You got this! And if you do it right, then my mom would have less reason to come over and bother you so much.
But that isn't the point! Do you really not care at all that I'm bothered by this, Liam?
Of course I'm concerned that this bothers you, but ever since my dad died, my mom has been really lonely. And she's my mom, so you know that I have to take her side given the circumstances. So maybe just try and be a little kinder to her, okay?
I think that I'm already being really kind, Liam.
I know, but just try and get along with her, okay? I don't want to end up having to choose between you and my mom. I don't think that you'd like it much if I asked you to tell your parents to stop coming around so much, right?
But it's not the same. My parents aren't the ones coming to the house all the time, and you're not the one having to deal with all of this on your own.
Great, well, I'm glad this is what you want to take up my lunch break talking about. I'm gonna go and try to eat with what little appetite I have left after this.
So you're just going to go away and not try and address the problem at all?
Just get over yourself and try to be friendly with my mom, okay? You're her daughter-in-law now, so start acting like it.
Hey, Liam, are you on your way home? I thought you said that you were going to try and get back here a little earlier, remember?
Oh, right, I completely forgot. That's my bad. Some people from work invited me out drinking, and I said yes, so I won't be back for dinner or anything like that.
But I've already made dinner for us both.
Ah, shoot, sorry about that. You can just put my portion in the fridge, and I'll bring it for lunch to eat it later or something.
Well, did you at least tell your mom what we talked about last month? I thought that you were going to come home early so that you could tell me how that talk went.
Oh, right. I was gonna talk to my mom about all that stuff tomorrow.
Liam, what's the matter with you? Not only have you not talked to your mom, but you broke your promise about coming home early. I am seriously starting to reach my limit with dealing with your mom. And when you do come home and I do try to talk to you about this, you say that you're tired and go straight to bed.
Right, well, I mean, what do you want me to do? You think that I want to stay up just to hear the same old complaints?
Liam, are you being serious right now? I'm not just complaining, I'm being serious with you. All I'm asking is for you to listen to me and talk to your mom. I'm not trying to start any drama or fights, but this is a serious issue for me. You do know that she's here right now, don't you? And she threw away the dinner that I made and served her. Not only that, but then she went into the bedroom and started going through our drawers. How am I supposed to live like this?
Well, if she threw your food away, it was probably because it wasn't very good, right? And I don't get what's wrong with her going into our room. Maybe she was just trying to tidy it up for us.
Liam, do you think I've ever made anything that tasted so bad that it couldn't be eaten and had to be thrown away?
I don't know. I don't keep track of everything you've ever cooked.
Okay, well, what about this? Your mom took some of my clothes and cut them up because she said that she needed more rags to clean with. She cut up my clothes that she took out of my drawers.
Okay, so it sounds to me like she just wanted to recycle and didn't want to spend money on new clothes to wipe stuff down with.
But some of these were new clothes.
Well, you know my mom. She's the frugal kind, and she doesn't really like spending all that much money on fancy clothes. Maybe she was just trying to tell you that you don't gotta think about all that stuff when you're married, you know? I told you that she's just teaching you on how to be a better wife, right?
Are you kidding me right now? How can you be taking her side in this?
Okay, well, take the skirt you like wearing, right? I don't think that my mom ever wore a skirt like that after she got married. I think that she's just not used to how your life is supposed to change after you get married. But you shouldn't fight this, you should be going with it.
This is just... Liam, I can't believe that you're actually saying this kind of stuff to me. I don't see why I shouldn't be allowed to have nice things just because I'm married now.
Well, my mom has a lot of experience in this, okay? I know you might think she's from a different generation, but if she's made it this far, then something must have worked, right?
I just wish that she would take my needs and my wishes into consideration too.
You're just being selfish. Don't you get that? I mean, is wearing a skirt really that important to you?
This isn't about skirts or clothing or individual things like that. The problem is much bigger than that, and I'm amazed that you can't see what I mean. Do you have any idea just how patient I've been this whole time?
Are you sure you're being patient? Because I think you're pretty fast to complain about anything my mom does to me.
That's because your mom is causing problems and you're not helping me do anything about it. You told me that you want your mom and I to get along, right? Well, that's not just on me. It's on your mom, too.
No, you're just blowing this all out of proportion, though. I don't think my mom is really doing anything that bad. She's just always liked things done a particular way for a long time now, and she just wants to teach you how to do it that way, too. I think that you're not being open enough to change, and that maybe you should show a bit more humility.
Did you know that your mom told me that she wished you and I had never gotten married? She said she made a mistake ever letting us think that this would work out.
Oh, she probably only said that because you've been arguing with her so much. Maybe if you just let my mom have her way, she wouldn't have to say things like that.
I really just don't even know what to say to you anymore. We've had the same conversation over and over again.
Well, if you don't think anything has changed, then why don't you try to be the change that you want to see, huh? And stop complaining all the time about my mom, because frankly, I'm getting sick of it.
So you don't care at all that your mom and I have these problems and they're only going to get worse? I thought that I could count on you to take my side in this, Liam.
I don't see why you're so intent on dragging me into this drama that you have with my mom. I don't want to be in the middle of any of this.
Of course not. You'd rather just be out drinking with your friends, right?
Oh, right. That actually reminds me, I'm gonna be out of town next week for a business trip.
Oh, really? Is that so?
Don't you start with me, Ashley. I thought you'd be happy to hear this. I'll be out of the house for a week, so you can take it as a chance to reset. I thought maybe you could go to your parents' house and stay with them for a bit.
Oh, really? Well, maybe I will do that.
Yeah, perfect. Go to your parents, relax, don't worry about anything. And then when you come back, be ready to make friends with my mom. Remember, you are her daughter-in-law whether you like it or not, right?
I guess so, Liam. I guess so. I guess it'll give me a while to think about how to deal with her at the very least.
Hey, Ashley, did you call me? Sorry, I was on the phone with the client and I couldn't really pick up. Is everything okay? Yeah, I really would have picked up, but it was a really important call. What did you want to talk about?
I have something really important to say and you should have picked up.
Something more important than work? I'd be very surprised at that.
It's about your mom. She's dead.
Wait, what? What do you mean? How can she be dead?
I mean that your mom died. She kicked the bucket. She's floating down the river Styx.
I don't understand. My mom is really dead? Is this some kind of joke? Do you think this is funny? We're gonna have a talk about this when I get back home, okay? You can't just drop this on me. What's going on here?
What's going on is that your mom is really truly dead. I never thought that I'd feel happy at someone's passing, but all I can say is, woohoo!
What's the matter with you? How can you react like this to my mom's passing? Crap, I have another call coming to me right now. I'll do this call and then I'm going straight back home, got it? You better be there.
Nope. I'm still at my parents', and I don't think I'll be going home at all.
You horrible woman! What is the matter with you? You're just sick if this is how you're acting. How can you be laughing and joking at your husband's mom dying? I never want to see you ever again.
Well, when you do get home, be careful. Your mom might still be there. I guess it was some neighbor that found her.
Well, what happened? How did she die?
I have no idea. I just know that she texted me to come back home.
And you just left her there and now she's dead? I'll leave you for this, okay? You killed my mom. Don't bother showing up to the funeral. Ashley, I'm so sorry.
Sorry about what, Liam?
For everything up until now, okay? All of it.
Come on, and spit it out. Tell me just what exactly you're sorry about.
Well, my mom is alive.
Yeah, no duh.
Wait, you mean that this whole time you knew she was alive?
Well, when the neighbor called me about finding your mom, it wasn't a voice that I recognized, and the voice wouldn't tell me what happened. Not to mention that I had just gotten back to my parents' house, so I wasn't about to go back and figure out what seemed like a scam.
But why didn't you tell any of that to me? You know that I had to cancel my business meeting to get back home as fast as I could. I even told my boss that my mom died.
You're saying all this is my fault? Wasn't it your mom's for lying about being dead in the first place?
Well, I guess, but you could have said something.
Shut up, Liam. Don't even try to put this on me. I've signed my half of the divorce papers, so let's just get this over with.
But can't we just wait and talk this out?
What is there to wait for?
Well, I'm in the hospital right now.
Why on earth are you in the hospital right now?
Because my mom dug a hole in front of the house to try and trap you when you came back home. I fell into it and broke my ankle.
Your mom booby-trapped our house. What in the world is her problem? Why would she do something like that?
Please, I'm so sorry about everything. I should have taken your side from the very start.
You're right. You should have. Just how many times did I tell you about this? But you never ever listened to me at all.
I know, I thought that you were being dramatic or something.
Well, this is what you get for not listening to your wife this whole time. I talked to you about this over and over again, and you never once took my side in any of this.
So you won't rethink this at all then? Please, I had no idea that my mom was really this bad. Plus, I need a lot of stuff in the house now that I'm here.
Well, I don't really care because you and I are getting divorced. I'll bring you some stuff once, and then you are going to sign the divorce papers, and you and I are over.
You mean you're still gonna get a divorce while I'm stuck like this?
Do you want your stuff or not, Liam?
Okay, I'll sign the papers. I'll send you a list of things later that I need.
Juan, are you there? Do you have a minute to talk to me about something really quick? I just heard that you were fighting with one of our neighbors. Do you have anything to say about that?
Someone told you that I was fighting with a neighbor? Where'd you hear that from? Who told you that?
It was actually Julia from up the street who told me. She's the lady with those 2 little Shiba dogs, you know the ones. She told me that you and her husband were fighting about something outside her house earlier this weekend.
Oh, right, you're talking about her husband, Frank. Yeah, we had a little chat earlier today, but it wasn't anything more serious than that.
Oh, really? Because Julia seemed to be pretty upset over the whole matter. She called to apologize because she was sure that her husband must have done something to make you act that way. But knowing you, I worry that you might have been out there looking for trouble. So, I just wanted to know what this fight was about and if you started it.
Okay, well, it's not like I hit him or anything. I just gave him a little kick is all.
Wait a second. You kicked Frank. Juan, how could you do that? That's awful!
I didn't do it on purpose, or at least I didn't mean to do it that hard is all.
That doesn't make it any better at all, Juan! Why are you always so quick to get into fights with people? You really need to learn how to have more patience and just let things go.
But I wasn't the one who started it, okay? I was taking a walk, alright? And Frank was watering his plants, and then he splashed water on me.
You kicked a neighbor because he got you a little wet while he was out watering his plants? Are you kidding me?
I didn't kick him that hard, I already told you. I was just aiming to kick him back away from me so he would back up.
Did you really think that he was purposefully trying to spray you with water while he was out there watering his plants? And why do you think that you needed to elevate that situation to violence if that really was all that happened? You need to go to their house and apologize. Do you understand me?
But why should I have to do that, okay? I just got these clothes and he got them wet. These aren't just any clothes either. I picked them up from a really expensive store, so they're fragile. You have no idea how upset I got when he got water on them. You weren't there.
No, I know just how upset you got because I've seen you act this way before. Now, Julia and I are friends, and we don't want this bad blood between our families. So if you're really going to refuse to apologize, then can you at least just avoid interacting with Frank at all from now on?
Well, I wish that I could have just ignored him, but it's clear that he has it out for me. He's always acting like he's better than me just because he makes a bit more money and his dogs are so noisy every single day. I just don't know how I'm supposed to avoid him when he's always rubbing his life in my face.
I don't think his dogs are annoying at all. They're very well behaved, and Julia and Frank are both wonderful people. I've talked with Frank several times, and he seems like a very laid-back person who would never try and start a fight with someone.
Oh, okay, so I guess you're just gonna take their side over mine and say that I'm wrong, huh? Why do you never believe me when it comes to this stuff?
How can I believe you when it comes to this kind of stuff, Juan? I've seen how you act, and 9 times out of 10, you're the one that starts trouble. I've already gone and apologized to Julia, but I would really appreciate it if you went over there and said you were sorry.
That's no fair, though. I shouldn't have to apologize for anything because I didn't do anything wrong. Frank started it, not me, okay? So why should I have to say that I'm sorry?
Because you kicked him, Juan! Even if he did start it, you took it up to another level, and you should own up to that. You do realize that we're lucky to not be getting sued by the two of them, right? And if you want to make sure that that doesn't happen, then you would do well to go and say that you're sorry.
No, I'm not going to do that, Teresa.
Why are you being such a child about this? It really shouldn't be this difficult. But if you really want to act this way, then if you don't apologize, I'll throw away all your video games. What do you think about that?
Whoa, what? Is that some kind of joke or something? You can't just do that. That's taking things way too far.
Is it? I'm pretty sure that I've been the one that's bought every single one of those games for you, Juan. So since I bought them, I don't see why I can't do whatever I like with them. Besides, maybe throwing them all away would finally convince you to get off your butt and go look for a job.
Hey now, this isn't fair. My video games and my employment status have nothing to do with each other. Besides, I do have a job. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about a full-time job, Juan. The kind that you used to have. Now you just work part-time and spend the rest of the day glued to the TV playing your games. When are you going to grow up and work like an adult?
Alright, geez. If you're really gonna be like this, then I guess that I can go and apologize. I'll make sure and get that done soon, okay?
Please do. I really don't want you to wait too long to do this. I really do like Julia, and I don't want this to spoil things between us. You know that there aren't many neighbors left who get along with us, don't you?
What are you talking about? There's plenty of people who live around us. You can always just make friends with one of them.
Do you really think that? I hope you don't, because that tells me just how delusional you really are. You need to realize all the trouble that you've been causing, not just for me, but everyone around us. Got it?
Right, I understand.
Juan, what in the world is the matter with you? When are you going to finally learn your lesson and settle down?
What are you talking about? I didn't even do anything. You can't just start a conversation with me like that.
I mean, you went out and get in another fight with someone else. Again! I hope you know that I just can't let you off the hook for this one, Juan.
But it wasn't my fault. They started it, I swear. If they didn't want to get hurt, then they shouldn't have been messing around with me in the first place.
Is that really all that you're able to say for yourself at times like these? Because whenever this kind of stuff happens, it's always you who's starting it.
But it really wasn't my fault at all, I swear. And if he didn't want to get hurt, then he's the one who should have known better.
Why do you keep calling this person he when it was your friend Charles?
I'm not saying that jerk's name anymore because him and I are not friends.
But why did you get into a fight with him in the first place? I want to know what happened between you two. Right now.
So him and I were out the other night to get drinks, and then he just started talking bad about me all of a sudden, like totally out of nowhere. So then I got mad and I tried to grab his collar to tell him to shut his mouth.
Grabbing his collar still doesn't explain how he got hurt the way that he did.
Well, I was trying to grab his collar, but I wasn't looking where my hands were going, and I ended up shoving him off the bar stool. So, do you get it now? None of this is my fault in the slightest. Any way you look at it, he was the one who started running his mouth about things that he shouldn't have, and then I was just acting the way that any self-respecting man would.
And just what was Charles saying to you that got you so upset?
He was making fun of me because my mom raised me. Can you believe that someone would say something like that to someone else? I knew right then and there that if I didn't put him in his place, then I would never be able to respect myself.
But it was your mom who raised you, Juan.
Yeah, but he was making fun of me for it. There was no way I could just sit back and be quiet after being told something like that. He said it made me a loser. That's why I did what I did.
But do you know that he broke his ankle because you shoved him out of his seat, right? Even if you didn't mean to do it, you are still the cause of the injury, and that's just a fact. He would be well within his right to go to the police, report what happened, and have you arrested. You realize that, right?
And just why would the police even bother doing that after they hear the full story of what happened? They would clearly see that it was a matter of self-defense, okay? I was only defending my honor against a rude jerk like him.
I really don't think they would see it that way. No matter what was said, you were the one that resorted to violence. Any excuse you gave after that would just come off as you justifying what you did to him. You're still at fault for making the first move.
So you're saying that you want me to be arrested then, huh? You think that you'd be better off if I was in jail? I can't believe that I'm having this kind of talk with my own wife. Why does nobody ever take my side? You're all really just jerks who are up against me.
No, Juan, I don't want you to go to jail. In fact, the only reason that I know that you're not going to end up there is because I talked to Charles and convinced him to not press any charges. But in exchange for that, we have to pay the hospital bills for his broken ankle. So, you're welcome for that.
So, how much did the hospital end up costing him then?
It was a few $100s, actually. But why do I feel like I'm always paying your way out of trouble? You have no idea how exhausting it is dealing with you sometimes.
Right, but if everything is settled, then I don't really see a point in talking about this any longer. It sounds to me like all's well that ends well.
We are not through talking about this, Juan. You need to go and apologize to Charles. Do you understand me?
I'm not gonna say a word to that jerk ever again.
Why not, Juan? Why are you making this so difficult? You could save yourself so much trouble if you just learned to say that you were sorry. There is a lot of weight behind a well-worded apology. I can promise you that.
I didn't do anything wrong, so I don't see any reason why I have to be apologizing for anything.
Oh, just give me a break already! You are always the first one to elevate some spat into a physical confrontation. You need to start taking responsibility for your own actions because I am tired of covering for you all the time. This is going to be the last time that I bail you out.
And just what is that supposed to mean?
It means that I'm moving out. I can't deal with you right now, Juan.
Wait, Theresa, you can't leave me.
Yes, I can. Do not fight me on this. I just don't want to be around you for a while.
But you'll come back, won't you? I mean, you're not gonna be away for very long, right?
Actually, right now I'm thinking very hard about whether or not I want a divorce. So just please, don't push this anymore and give me some space to think.
Theresa, you can't be serious about that. How could you do something so cruel?
You might think it's cruel, but it's the only thing I can think to do for myself right now. Unlike you, I'm not going to lash out. But I am asking for enough space so that I can think about things.
Please, wait, you can't leave me. I need you, Theresa. Don't do this to me.
Well, I don't want to be babying you all the time anymore. And if we do get a divorce, know that you would have to move out and find a new place to live, okay? Because I'm the one that pays the rent and the bills. I've paid for basically everything in our house.
So you would take everything if we got a divorce? The car, my games, even my computer?
That's right. I have a more than fair claim to all of it, so you better think twice about how you act from now on. Got it? I've given you way too many chances, and you've wasted them all.
But I never even knew that you would get upset enough to leave me. Please, you have to rethink this. Don't do this to me. You're not thinking straight right now, okay? You're just upset. You're just overreacting when you gotta be thinking this out more.
I already told you that I'm only asking for time to be able to think this out. And I am not going to be lectured about acting without thinking from you, Juan. I have talked about this problem of yours with you over and over again, and you just refuse to listen to me. I told you to stop starting fights. Be more patient. Think more clearly. And you do none of it.
But that isn't fair. How can you say this is all my fault? You always put the blame on me and never on anyone else.
That's because you never look to blame yourself and always put the blame on others first. You need to grow up and realize that it's possible for multiple people to be at fault.
It's not true, okay? The world is black and white. People who say otherwise are just trying to make excuses for themselves.
Is that meant to be ironic? Because all you ever do is make up excuses for why you're right and the other person is wrong.
You can't do this to me. I was just defending my honor. Surely I have a right to do that. Why are you acting like I'm the crazy one or like an idiot for doing that?
Because if your first thought of how to defend your honor is through violence, then you really are an idiot. You need to think your actions through more and not just to let your fist do the thinking for you. My entire marriage to you, I felt like more the mother of an unruly child than I have anyone's wife.
You can't do this to me, Theresa. You come back home right now. I'm gonna teach you a lesson about putting me down like this.
So, now you're even threatening me. Are you serious? That's it. That was the last straw. I am never, ever going back to that house with you.
But where are you gonna go? Are you gonna go and live with your parents or something?
Why on earth do you think that you deserve to know where I'll be? I never want to see you again, so I'm not telling you anything. Can you please stop blowing up my phone, Juan? This is the 20th call you've given me in the span of a few days. I already told you that I'm going to go back home.
No, it's not about that. This is an emergency. Something really bad has happened.
What is it, Juan? What trouble have you gotten yourself into now? I already told you that I'm not going to be bailing you out of anything, remember?
It isn't that, Theresa. It's my mom. She's passed away.
You're kidding me. Your mom is dead?
It's true. She had some kind of heart attack or something and then just collapsed, and then she just never woke up. I don't even know what else to say right now. I just feel so numb now.
Wow. I see. Well, you have my condolences then.
We're gonna have the funeral tomorrow as well. I know that we're still fighting, but I would really appreciate it if you could be there.
Right, of course I'll go. Your mom was a very kind lady and we got along very well. I'd like to be there to say my final goodbye to her.
Thank you, Theresa. I know that I don't have any right asking you to come, but it really would mean a lot.
Well, I'm not doing it for you, Juan. I'm doing it because I liked your mom and I want to pay my respects.
Right, of course, but also since we're still not divorced, you are still her daughter-in-law, and you'd be coming in that capacity, right?
I suppose so. Of course, your mom has nothing to do at all with what's going on between us. But that reminds me, did your parents, or I suppose just your dad, know? Does he know that we're not living together anymore?
No, he doesn't know that yet. I wasn't gonna mention it to him, but then this happened, and I just didn't have the heart to say anything about it.
Right, well, that makes sense, I guess.
Thanks so much. I'll see you tomorrow.
Right, and where is the funeral going to be at?
I'll send you all the details in a little bit, but it's gonna start around noon, so please don't be late.
I'll be there. Don't worry.
Theresa, where are you? What the heck are you doing up until right now, huh? It's already 1! I told you the funeral was gonna be starting at noon!
Sorry, what's got you so upset?
I'm talking about Mom's funeral, don't act dumb. My dad is furious with me right now. Are you trying to humiliate me on one of the worst days of my life? I told you yesterday to be here today for my mom.
Oh, right. Your mom. Yeah, I'm with her right now, actually.
What do you mean you're with my mom right now?
I mean that I'm sitting with her as we speak. She wasn't aware that her funeral was today, by the way. And I'm not sure how your dad can be mad at you if he's here with us too.
She happened to call you in between yesterday and now?
Yeah, that's right. I told her that I thought she was dead and explained what had happened. Then she invited me over to her place to talk things out in person. She told me about how you said you were going to meet with me today. But she thought it was odd that wherever it was we were meeting that you needed to pack some rope and a baseball bat with you. Don't tell me that you were going to use those on me. Were you?
What? No, I wasn't really gonna hurt you or anything like that. I just wanted to scare you a little.
And just why would you want to go and do something like that?
Because you were gonna leave me, and I couldn't let you do that, okay? I need you in my life, and I just wanted you to stay with me.
So you were going to scare me into not divorcing you? And you were going to trick me into meeting you by using your mom's death as an excuse?
It was just gonna be a little prank, I swear. You gotta believe me.
No, I literally don't have to do that at all. And your parents have been apologizing profusely to me since I got here. Your mom keeps saying how ashamed she is of you. Anyways, I want you to pack your bags and move out, right away. I've already hired a moving company to move my things to a new home. You always took things way too far with other people, and now you were about to do the same with me. Thank goodness your mom called when she did, or I don't know what might have happened to me.
Hey Jackson, how's it going? I take it that you're going to be coming home late today again, right? I mean, it's already 10, so I feel like I know the answer. I have to get up kind of early tomorrow, so I think I might end up heading to bed soon.
Oh shoot, Harriet, I totally lost track of time. I'm really sorry about that. I'm coming home right now. I just got on the bus and it should take about 15 minutes to get back.
Well, okay then, if you're going to be home that soon, I guess I can stay up just a little bit longer.
Thank you so much. By the way, do we have any leftovers in the fridge or anything like that? I'm kinda hungry after such a long day.
Don't worry, I figured that you'd probably be hungry after coming home from a night of drinking, so I left you a little plate in the fridge. So don't say I never do anything for you. I'll get up in a little bit so that it's ready for you when you get home.
Thank you so much, Harriet. I have no idea what I'd do without you. You know, I really was just thinking earlier today how lucky I am to have a wife like you. You really are the best.
What are you talking about? I always do this kind of stuff for you, don't I? You don't need to get all mushy over something I do all the time, Jackson.
But it's exactly because you do it all the time that makes you so great. I mean, even my own coworkers all the time tell me how lucky I am to have a girl like you in my life. So I just want you to know that I really am grateful for all that you do.
Wait, even your coworkers talk about me? I didn't know that you talked about me to your coworkers at all, actually.
I mean, I've shown them pictures of us and stuff all the times that we've gone out for the night. They all tell me how lucky I am to be with someone so pretty.
Okay, now you're just kissing up, aren't you, Jackson? They don't really say those things.
Of course they say those things. I think they're right. You really are beautiful and kind and caring, and I'm very lucky for it. I think that some guys in the office might even be a bit jealous of me, if I'm being honest with you.
Well, I am very glad that you think so highly of me, but I just don't know what to say whenever I get a compliment.
Don't worry, I completely understand, but I just wanted to let you know nonetheless. I mean, I ask myself all the time, what did I do to end up with someone as great as you, and I still don't know how I did it. I mean, I still wake up every morning and feel so lucky that you and I are married.
Oh, stop it! You're making me blush over text right now. I mean, I married you too, you know. We're together because we want to be.
I know. Maybe I'm just feeling a bit sappy after being out. And I really do think that my coworkers are right when they call you beautiful. You are just stunning to me, do you know that? I still have no idea how I got so lucky with you.
Oh, Jackson, do you really feel that way about me?
Of course I do. I really can't say enough just how lucky I feel to have you in my life. And it just makes sense since you're basically a princess with how rich your family is.
I know they have a little bit of money, but it's not that much more than what the average family makes. I wouldn't really call us super wealthy or anything like that.
And that just goes to show what a good princess you really are. You're so humble, and it shows with the way you were raised. I think there's no better word for you than princess, to be honest.
Aw, you really mean that? Well, I appreciate all the kind words that you've been giving me, Jackson.
But they're not just words. I really do feel this way about you. I swear.
Oh, well, thank you so much. Sometimes I feel like I'm just a little too old to be called a princess. Anyways, I'm really happy that I'm with you too and that you seem so happy in your life. I'm so happy that we can both really make each other happy even after we got married.
Yeah, I mean, I just couldn't see myself getting with some stupid girl, you know? Or someone that was just talking all the time. That would drive me crazy. I guess I really just lucked out finding a quiet, reserved, more nerdy girl like you.
Oh, I see. Well, I guess I am really glad that you and I get together so well then. It would be awful if there were big parts of our personality that didn't mesh so well together.
Exactly right. I knew so many girls who would be loud and thought they were so smart in college. They all thought that they were gonna end up running the world, but they never stood a chance against a genius like me.
Right, but I've met some of your college friends and I think some of them are really smart.
Don't go telling any of them that, or I'll just never hear the end of it though. Actually, now that you say it though, that reminds me that I've never really met any of your friends. What kind of friends do you have? Are they all rich, young, amazing things like you?
I would say not really. I think I have a wide range of different friends.
Right, but I mean, I feel like people usually tend to be attracted to like-minded people, so all your friends must be kind of like you in some ways, right? I mean, there's no way that you would ever waste your time with some stupid or poor person, right?
I don't really try to think of people in those terms. And if I do, I certainly don't hold it against them. I enjoy having a bunch of different kinds of friends. I mean, we aren't in school anymore, right? I think we're both mature enough to know that there are more important things than money or smarts, right?
You really feel that way? I have to say, that's actually kind of surprising.
I mean, what about athletes? Even if they're not professors or professionals, I think that they have a set of rules that they live by and can be good people, right?
Are you talking about those jocks that you invited to our wedding?
They weren't just jocks, though. Those were friends that I've known ever since I was little. I would have invited even more of my friends, but there were just so many that I couldn't.
Right, yeah, I guess we did have a kinda small wedding when I think about it. I think that basically everyone I invited were friends from my college days. But maybe one day you could invite some of your jock friends over and I could meet them properly.
Yeah, that might be fun. I'm sure that we would have a free evening that would work for everyone.
Hey, I thought I told you not to bother me while I'm out drinking with the boys.
You mean you're going out drinking again today? Sorry, I didn't realize that's what you were doing.
Well, I was invited out at the very last second, so that's why I'm out right now. Now what is it? What do you want?
I just wanted to call and ask what time you thought you were going to be coming home today.
That's the reason why you needed to call me? Are you kidding me? Just who do you think you are, my mother? You really gotta back off and just let me live my life.
I'm really sorry to be interrupting your night, Jackson. I really didn't mean to, but I guess that means that you are going to be coming home late then. I guess I'll just go to bed on my own then, if that's okay. So just please be careful getting back, okay?
Are you serious? You're seriously not even gonna wait up for me? I don't believe you.
Sorry, what's wrong with me doing that? I'm not quite sure what's got you upset.
Of course I'm upset. What kind of wife isn't gonna wait up for her husband? You're being ridiculous.
But I have no idea what time you're going to be coming home.
I should be home around 1 in the morning, okay? So you could just wait up for me until then.
But I have to get up early tomorrow at 5. I really would like to be able to go to sleep earlier. I really don't think I'm going to be able to function off only 4 hours of sleep.
What's wrong with 4 hours of sleep? That's like basically a solid nap. You should be able to handle whatever your day is after that. But I just can't believe that you would even think a good wife would treat her husband this way. Do you think I'm an idiot or something, or do you just have no respect for me at all?
Jackson, of course not. It's nothing like that at all, I swear.
And just what are you getting up so early for in the first place, huh? Why does your job start that early?
I don't have the answer for you, Jackson. It's just the rules of my office. They want me there first thing in the morning, so I have to get up then.
I really can't believe that they think they can get away with asking you to do that when they don't even pay you that much anyways.
But I really enjoy my work at the salon. I really do get a lot out of it personally.
Why didn't you go out and find a job more worth doing, huh? I mean, you literally have a rich family. I thought that you'd have learned from them to go and find a better job. Instead, you just think it's okay to just follow your passion or whatever nonsense.
But the pay isn't even that bad, Jackson. I mean, we basically make the same amount of money, don't we?
Oh, so now you're saying I don't earn enough for you, huh? You think it's funny comparing my real job to your little Barbie Dreamhouse salon job.
Jackson, how can you talk to me like this? I really enjoy my job and I get something out of it that no salary could give me.
And now you hardly even make anything anymore. And not only that, but it cuts into the time that you should be cleaning the house, and it's clear that you're just doing a half-assed job. You're just living your life without even trying that hard.
Jackson, what on earth are you talking about? The house looks just fine. Do you really think it's a mess?
Fine? This is what you call fine. In what world is the house fine? You barely even do anything to keep it up.
Like what? What don't you think I do enough of in terms of keeping the house clean?
Are you blind or something? You can't honestly be happy with the state of things, right? How about the fact that you pack me a little pre-packaged snacks for lunch instead of just making everything by hand? Or all the hair that's all over our floor? And yet you think that it's okay if you go to bed before I do and there's still so much work to be done.
Well, I'm sorry that I'm not able to clean the house when it doesn't fit in with my schedule, but you never do anything to help out either. And I only gave you that pre-packaged thing once. I've never done it again since then. How can you say that I'm not doing all that I can to make sure the house is clean and running? Besides, there's really no need to have it be crystal clean every single day.
Here you go again, just making excuses instead of just doing your job like a good wife. Look, as my wife, you only have one job, and that is to do what I say when I say it without arguing with me. Got it?
I'm really sorry, Jackson. I didn't mean to screw things up like this at all. I'm so sorry that I upset you.
And just know that if I come home and I ever find you asleep, I will not hesitate to kick you awake. Got it?
Hey, Jackson, I'm really sorry to bother you with this, but could I please ask you to contribute a little more money to the house? It's just that I don't really think that I can afford everything like rent, utilities, and groceries with just my salary. Things are going to get really tight for us at this rate.
Excuse me? Hold on, you're really trying to tell me that I don't contribute enough to the house?
I mean, you only ever give me $300 a month for everything. I'm burning through my savings just to keep up with all our expenses.
Sounds to me like you just gotta learn a little bit about financial literacy. I mean, just what kind of food are you buying that $300 isn't enough to get us through the month? You really gotta learn how to spend smarter.
But it's not just me spending the money. So much of our entire budget goes towards paying for your nights out. Not only that, but I'm the one paying for your car insurance even though I don't drive. Surely you could at least cover that, right?
This is why I said you should have put more effort into finding a better paying job. But you wanted to try and follow your dreams like an idiot instead, and now here you are complaining that you don't have enough money.
But I really think that the only job I'm even equipped to do at this point is my work at the salon.
Well, that just makes you completely useless then, doesn't it?
Look, Jackson, the point is that we are running out of money, and part of the reason is because of your spending, okay? So just please work with me a little here, okay?
Do you really think that you're in any position to make any kinds of demands from me at all? I'm telling you that the only reason this is a problem is because you don't know how to spend money smartly. Why don't you quit complaining about everything and just take some responsibility, huh?
I'm not complaining, Jackson. This is serious and we are running out of money. Don't you understand that?
See that? That's just you complaining again right there. You're just a useless woman who's making excuses for her uselessness.
Jackson, what happened to you? Why are you treating me like this? You used to be so kind to me.
Maybe that's because ever since I married you, I've learned what a horrible, useless, stupid woman you really are. I was kind when I thought that you were a high-value woman, but now I realize that was my mistake for thinking that way.
But I really don't think that it's fair for you to have me pay for all of our expenses when you just spend all your money on yourself. I mean, I can't remember the last time that I went out, spent money on myself, grabbed drinks with friends, any of that. And it's all because I never have any money after I pay all of our bills.
You really have some nerve if you think you deserve any of those nice things when you haven't even figured out how to be a good wife yet.
And just what am I doing that's not enough for you? I feel like I am giving this my all and making so many sacrifices. All I'm asking is that you contribute as well and stop treating me like a slave.
What else do you think a wife is?
You can't be serious about that, right?
What are you talking about? What don't you understand about the question?
Do you really think that when a woman marries a man that she basically just becomes his slave?
Yeah, I don't get what's so confusing about that. You seem to have grasped the concept nicely enough, and the fact that you're just trying to appeal to my emotions right now proves that you don't have a real argument for yourself. I thought I told you that I liked smarter girls, so if you're not gonna argue logically, then I don't want to hear it.
You're going to talk about logic when you're the one who isn't even paying for half of his stuff? We started this marriage off as equals, and I feel like you were getting way more out of this from me than I am from you.
And I don't ever remember that I would split the cost of everything with you when we got married.
Well, no, I guess we didn't agree to that either.
You see? That right there is what we smart men call logic. So maybe you should learn a thing or two on that before you start peddling these brain-dead excuses and complaints to me.
Okay, fine then. I'll make it work with $300.
So basically you're saying that this whole conversation is pointless because we're back where we started, right? Thanks a lot for wasting my precious time, Harriet.
Hey, Jackson, I'm really sorry to ask about this, but I haven't gotten the $300 for this month's groceries.
$300? What on earth are you talking about now, woman?
I'm talking about the money that you give me to spend on things for the house.
Oh, right, I forgot to mention this to you, but I'm gonna stop giving you any money at all this month.
You mean you're not going to contribute anything to the house at all? You can't be serious about that.
There you go again, thinking that you can boss me around just because I hurt your feelings. Said I'm not going to pay you any money, and that's final.
Okay, then how do you expect us to make payments on everything then? Because the money has to come from somewhere.
You think I'm joking with you? You really gotta learn some respect.
It isn't about respect or anything like that at all. This is about having enough money to live.
I guess you'll have to start cutting down then. Maybe you can start by limiting yourself down to 1 meal a day.
Jackson, don't be ridiculous. Why on earth would I do that? I have a job and take care of the house, and if I'm not eating, then I could pass out.
Well, that really sounds like a you problem to me. But personally, I think that you could stand to lose a little weight anyway. So just think of this as a diet, and then you're killing 2 birds with 1 stone. It's perfect when you think about it.
And you really have no problem at all with asking me to do something like this.
Why on earth would I have a problem telling you to slim down, Porky? You think I care about what happens to you either way?
Well, I did until now. I thought that you might have cared a little about the well-being of your wife. Jackson, I don't know what happened, but you're just horrible.
Aw, what's the matter? Are you gonna start crying? I thought you were different, but you're just the same as all the other stupid women in the world. You just cry when you don't get your way, huh? If you really want me to give you more money, though, you could always beg on your hands and knees.
You want me to beg you for more money? Why would you even want me to do that?
You have to prove to me that you're gonna be a good wife by doing it. You're gonna beg for me and then promise to never disobey me again.
Jackson, you are just ridiculous. I mean, have you even been reading the messages you've been sending to me?
Of course I have. I'm just trying to set you in your place. All I do is make a couple of simple requests for you and you act like I'm asking for the world.
But you're asking far too much of me, don't you see that?
I don't see that at all. I think that I'm being perfectly reasonable and that you're acting like the spoiled princess that you are. Well, you may be the princess, but I'm your king now, and you will obey me.
And you really think this is a good way for a husband to treat his wife? You're taking this whole thing way too far. But if you think that I'm going to beg for you, then you've got another thing coming.
Oh? You're really gonna try and fight me even further? You really think that's a good idea, Harriet?
I do. You make some horrible comments about women, and you clearly have no respect for me, even as your own wife. If you want to keep up this lifestyle of yours, then you're going to have to beg me.
Excuse me? Just who do you think you are, huh? How dare you talk to me like that?
I'm who I've always been. I'm your wife.
Harriet.
No way, my Harriet would know better than to try and mouth off against me like this.
Well, believe it or not, but I have had enough out of you, and I'm not going to stand for this treatment anymore. You think you're such a smart, amazing guy, but you're nothing without me, and you act like a spoiled child.
Wait, what? You can't just talk to me that way. How dare you try and treat me like this? Don't you see that I'm upset with you? Doesn't that make you scared?
It doesn't scare me one bit, actually.
But I'm mad at you right now, so you should be asking for my forgiveness.
Oh no, is your bullying tactic not working anymore? Did you really think that I was just going to fold to you right away? You think that I wasn't showing you how patient I am with your behavior? You really need to learn who you're messing with. I mean, you do know that I used to do pro wrestling, right?
Wait, what? You used to be a pro wrestler? Are you serious?
Yeah, I did it when I was younger for about 5 years, actually. I worked under a stage name, of course, but still.
But I thought that, well, you don't look like a wrestler at all. You lied to me.
I didn't lie to you at all. We started dating when I was at a different part of my life and it just never came up. But I still have plenty of those instincts if you ever want to try me again, Jackson. Just know that I used to be top of my league, and in the attic there's a box with my big championship belt.
Oh, come on now. This is just ridiculous. You think that I'm really gonna fall for this? Though I will say that you did have me going for a second there.
If you're upset because you feel like I hid this part of me from you, I can say the exact same thing about you. You acted like such a nice and caring man before we got married, and you just kept taking and taking without ever giving back to me.
But that's only because you weren't the person I thought you were.
Well, I suppose that neither were you, Jackson. Neither were you. But if you think you're going to get me to beg for you, you're going to have to fight me for it. And I can promise now that you will be the one ending up on the floor begging for mercy. I guess I'll stay up for you and see you when you get home, Jackson.
Hey, Tiffany, are you there? Do you have a second to talk? I was just wondering if you knew if May was at home right now.
Oh, no, she's not at home right now, actually. I think she told me that she was going to the library to go and study or something like that.
But it's the weekend. That girl must really like school to be spending her free time studying like that. I remember when I was her age, I was always eager to put the books down and go to run outside.
Well, that's because our daughter takes more after me than you. She knows how to stay on top of all her classes and get good grades. She really is a smart cookie, that one.
I know, she's only in 5th grade. She really is something else, that girl of ours. Although I do wish that she would learn how to let loose and have a little more fun at her age.
You just don't get it, Warren. Girls always grow up faster than boys do. Girls and boys have always matured at different ages. That's just how these things go. Why do you think girls are always so quick to call everything lame and understand trends way faster than boys do?
Well, now that you mention it, I feel like May has been calling me and wanting to spend time a lot less with me these days. We used to talk all the time before then.
I know, but just think about it. Your work has assigned you to this post for the last 2 years. We miss you, and it's hard having you live so far away. She was going to have to adjust to it somehow, Warren. Especially since you don't even come over to see us all that often.
What do you mean? I don't come all that often? I take all the time off during the holidays to come and visit you all when I can. Isn't that enough?
You think that's enough for a family? If you're only there for the holidays, birthdays, and anniversaries, that's still only a fraction of the year.
But I'm working every other day, and I live so far away because of the work. I mean, it's not like I chose to work all the way out here, but you know that I'm always using up my paid time off so I can come and visit you both. I'm doing all that I can, Tiffany.
Well, I just don't understand why the both of us just couldn't go and live with you there.
I know that you really wanted to, but this was only ever gonna be temporary, you know? I mean, if you all came with me, then we'd have to find a new school for May, and she would have to make all these new friends, and then we'd just move back to where we were.
Well, I suppose you're right about that. I really would hate to put poor May through all of that. And I suppose that your post over there is almost over.
Tiffany, I just want you to know how thankful I am for you. This hasn't been easy on me, but I'm sure that it's been even more difficult for you, and I want you to know that I appreciate all that you do. Thank you so much for taking care of the house and for taking care of May.
What are you telling me this for? You still have a while before you're even coming back.
I know, but I just wanted to get that off my chest and let you know how grateful I am for you.
Well, sure, it's been hard for me dealing with May all by myself, but it isn't that hard, you know? I think the most difficult thing her and I have had to go through here is whenever a bug comes out and one of us has to get it.
And of course, there are times when May gets really upset or starts crying, and I have to be there for her as well.
Well, don't worry. You'll never have to worry about dealing with another bug once I'm back there with you two.
I don't know how we'll manage before you get back. Okay, Warren, I've got to go and take care of some errands for the day, so I think I have to go.
Oh, really? Do you mind if I ask what you're getting up to? I really miss doing life things with you.
Just usual boring kinds of things, you know? Anyway, it's your day off, isn't it? Are you going to do anything or just rest at home all day?
I don't think I have too many things to take care of today, actually. I'll probably just end up resting.
Well, I know that you're there for work, but since you're in a new place, you might as well take advantage of where you are and get some sightseeing in, right? I mean, you have a car. You could always go for a drive or spend a weekend somewhere, right?
I know that I can do that. I've tried taking little day trips before, but it just makes me wish that I was with you both.
For the person who moved away from work, you sure are clingy, do you know that?
Well, are you gonna blame me for missing my family so much? I really do wish that I was back home already. Honestly, it really is hard for me to enjoy anything these days because I just wish that I was with you guys whenever I do anything.
You're just talking sweet now. Anyways, I've got to go now, so I'll talk to you later, okay? Bye.
I'm really serious about that. It's so hard being away from you guys, okay? Miss ya. I hope you have a good rest of your day, Tiffany. Hey, Tiffany, are you there? Do you have a second to talk to me real quick? I was just wondering if something happened to May. Is she okay?
What do you mean, is she okay? What makes you think that she wouldn't be?
Well, I messaged her asking if she would want to call and talk to me tonight since it had been so long, but she just texted me back that she didn't want to talk to me at all, so...
Oh, Warren. What do you think I can do about that? She's going through puberty. She's going to act this way from time to time, you know?
You think she's already going through puberty? She's only 10 years old. I thought that didn't start until they got closer to their teens, right? Even if it's true, it really seemed to hit her all at once if she's already acting this way towards me.
Well, it's like I said, girls always mature faster than boys, remember?
Right, you did say that to me, didn't you? But does it really happen this sudden and early?
Yeah, I mean, I would say that all that seems pretty normal to me. I don't see anything wrong with the way that she's acting at all, really.
Well, if you say so. I guess I just didn't think it was gonna happen all so fast. We'd already been talking less and less frequently, but now it doesn't seem like she wants to talk to me at all. I don't know. I know that she's probably going through a lot with puberty and all, but it still hurts to be told that, you know?
I know it's not fun, but it's quite normal for girls to turn against their dads during this time. I really don't know what you want me to do about it. It's just what happens.
Really? You mean you think that all girls act this way? Because I don't think that she was always like this.
I don't really know what you expect after living away from us for so long. Or maybe she's just mad at you because you messaging her all the time, asking her to call is coming off as desperate?
But I just never remember her talking to me this way. Are you sure there's nothing wrong at home at all?
I am telling you that she is just getting to that age and it's all that it is. When kids start puberty, they start to turn against their parents. It really is just that simple, and you shouldn't deny the truth just because you don't like it. Just don't think about it that hard, okay? Why don't you trust what I'm telling you?
Well, now I'm just worried about not seeing you guys until I get the time off for her spring break. I don't want our relationship to get any worse before then.
Warren, I'm going to be completely honest with you. Our daughter is already 10 years old, right? You're going to drive her away if you keep worrying about her like this.
Wait, she's not already 10, she's only 10. Are you saying that I shouldn't be more involved in her life? We haven't even been calling once a week anymore. This is really hard on me.
I think that if you're wanting to call once a week, then you're already asking for way too much. You really need to lower your expectations.
But I remember we used to call even more than that before. We used to play games over the phone and used to have a lot of fun together.
Well, maybe she just doesn't have that much time to spend on you anymore. Who knows? Maybe she has a boyfriend or something.
You really think she's dating someone? Wait, she's only 10 years old. That's way too early for her. I mean, do you just know if that's true, or are you guessing?
I really don't think it's early for her at all. I mean, she's getting to that age when she'll start to think about boys. And she'll be wanting to spend more of her free time with her friends or with her boyfriend, and that's just natural.
I don't even know what to say about any of this. I had no idea that my little girl was gonna grow up so fast and I wasn't gonna be there for it.
So you mean you're not happy to hear that your girl is growing up so quickly? I think it's a wonderful thing.
Of course, I'm happy that she's growing up and finding her own way in life, but, I mean, she just seems so young, and I guess that I thought that I would have more time to spend with my little girl, that's all.
Well, you should have done more reading about how little girls grow up. I don't know what you want me to say to you. She's just at that age where she is going to want less and less to do with you, and all of that is just worsening because you're not here right now. This is going to be your life and your relationship with your daughter from here on out, and you're just going to have to live with that.
I had no idea being a dad was gonna be like this. I feel like I barely got any time to be a dad. I think I'm gonna be sick. I just feel horrible.
Just give it up already and give your daughter some space, okay? That is going to be your only chance to make things right with her. If you can do that and be patient, then maybe, and I do mean maybe, you can get things to go back to the way they were.
So, you really think that there might be a chance if I just do that?
I think that it's your only chance if I'm being perfectly honest.
And you promise that nothing weird is going on at home at all? Nothing strange at all?
Nothing like that. Everything is just fine here and nothing out of the ordinary is happening whatsoever.
Right, okay then. Well, if you really think it's best, I guess I'll stop reaching out so much and calling you guys for a little while then.
That's more like it. I'm glad that you're starting to talk some sense now.
Right, well, just don't tell her that I'm not talking just to try and win her back over to me. I just don't think that would help me at all if she found out that's what's going on here.
You really think so? Well, okay then, if you want. I won't say anything then.
Yeah, I think it would be better that way. Anyways, I guess I gotta get back to work.
Okay then, good luck with everything. And just remember that your little girl was always going to grow up and this was always going to happen, okay? So don't let it get you down so much.
Hey there, Warren, it's been a while, man. How have you been? Are you still working on that assignment out of town? How long have you been working on that assignment now?
Yeah, I'm still out here working. The posting was for 2 years, and I'll finally be going home in about 6 months. Ugh, this whole thing has just been so long. Anyways, I'm really looking forward to going home, but I'm kinda scared to be honest.
You're scared to go home? I don't understand. Why would you be scared?
Because, Rod, my daughter has started going through puberty, that's why I'm scared. She told me a while ago that she didn't want to talk to me anymore, and I haven't talked to her since.
Whoa, what? Did she really say that? Warren, I'm so sorry to hear that. I know how much you always talked about your daughter in the office. That must be really tough for you.
It has not been easy at all, and just trying to figure out what I can do to make her like me again has been really frustrating and pretty upsetting.
You know, I have a daughter of my own, and I think it was around the time she entered middle school that she started to not want anything to do with me.
You mean it happened to you too? Well then, I guess maybe this is normal.
I don't know if it's normal, it's just what happened in my case, but I don't think you can say that all people develop the same way.
Really? You think people can go through puberty differently?
Yeah, I mean, I think the situation might not be as bleak as you're seeing. In fact, the whole reason why I'm messaging you now is because I heard that your daughter was in the hospital. Is everything okay there?
Wait, what? What do you mean she's in the hospital?
Well, my wife works at a hospital, and she told me that your daughter had been admitted. I guess that she was in some kind of accident or something. Apparently she was pretty hurt.
My daughter was in an accident? What do you mean she's hurt? What was the accident? When did all this happen?
I think that she was checked into the hospital yesterday or the day before. You really didn't know about any of this?
I don't know what you're talking about. It can't be my daughter. I would have known about that.
Warren, are you okay? Did you really not know about any of this? I know it's pretty hard, but you can't just pretend like this isn't happening.
What do you mean nothing is happening? My daughter is just fine. I would have known if something happened. And I haven't heard a word. I mean, I even talked to my wife just a little bit yesterday, and she didn't say a word about anything to me.
I know, but my wife said that she's sure it's your daughter, and she's the one in the hospital. Not to mention that she has a really good memory and knew it was your daughter because you used to talk to us about her all the time. Remember, there was that company barbecue about 3 years ago, and you were showing us pictures and told us her name, so I think that my wife isn't wrong about this.
So then, you're telling me that my daughter is in the hospital right now?
That's what I'm trying to tell you, man!
But then, that doesn't make any sense. Why wouldn't my wife tell me about this? I mean, this is something you tell your spouse, right?
I have no idea why your wife, or anyone's wife for that matter, would keep this from their spouse. But I think that any good partner would want their partner to know about something like this. Anyway, I can ask my wife for a bit more detail of how May got checked in.
Right, please do that. So she really was in some kind of traffic accident then?
I don't really know all the details, but my wife would know for sure. But yeah, I'm pretty sure she said that May showed up in the hospital in the middle of the night after being in an accident.
In the middle of the night? You've got to be kidding me. What was she doing out so late? What the heck is going on in my house? Was she conscious when she got checked in?
Warren, I'm really sorry, but I just don't have the answers for you. I can't tell you anything until I talk to my wife a little.
Got it. Well, thank you so much for telling me about this, Rod. I guess I'll tell my company about this and try to get home as fast as I can. Thank you so much for telling me what you know.
Yeah, of course, man. I really had no idea that you had no idea, though. Anyways, just be careful getting back here. It would defeat the whole point if you got in an accident on your way over, too. And if you need me to do anything else for you here, just let me know, okay?
Warren, I feel like I haven't heard from you in a few days. Normally, you at least send me something about what you've been up to. What's up? Is everything okay? What have you been doing? Are you even alive?
Oh, I'm very much alive. Thank you for asking.
Oh, well, that's good, I guess. I was just surprised because you're normally so clingy with me and I haven't heard from you in a while. Anyways, are you still upset about how May has been acting towards you?
You could say that. Yes, I am still quite upset about May.
Right, well, I think you really need to lighten up. There's no need to get so upset about May. I think things are going to be just fine.
You think things are gonna be fine at a time like this? Are you serious?
Oh, come on, don't make such a big deal about things. So she said she doesn't want to talk to her dad as much. It's not like it's the end of the world. It's just a phase that she'll get over in time.
That is not what I'm talking about, Tiffany. I'm talking about the fact that she was in an accident.
Wait, an accident? What do you mean by that?
What do you mean, what do I mean? I'm talking about how May got in a traffic accident and is in the hospital with serious injuries.
But how did you hear about that?
A friend's wife works at the hospital where May is, and he told me that she had been checked in. It was Rod, remember him? We met him and his wife at a company barbecue a few years ago.
All right. I guess that his wife did say something about being a nurse, didn't she?
So you knew that she was in the hospital, but you didn't say anything to me?
I'm so sorry about that. I just didn't want you to worry any more than you already were. I just know how upset you were about how May has been acting towards you, and I knew that if you heard that she'd been in an accident, then you would come all the way home. That's why I wanted to keep this a secret from you until May got a little better.
But why would you keep something like this a secret from me? I mean, she broke one of her legs. You should have told me about this the day that it happened.
I know, but I just didn't want you to know why she was out of the house at the time. We got into a little fight and May ran away. I was so mad at her that I told her to never bother coming back home, and I couldn't tell all of that to you. I'm so sorry.
Did you not want to tell me because you thought that I would blame you?
Basically, that's why I didn't say anything. I'm so sorry about this, Warren.
That's it. I can't take this anymore. Tiffany, I want a divorce.
Wait, what? You want to divorce me? But why? Just because May and I got into a little fight? Please don't do this. I know that I shouldn't have hidden this from you, but it wasn't my fault that she was hit by a car.
Of course it's your fault. You got in a fight with May and told her to never come back home when she started to leave. Not only that, but you never told me that she had ever been hit in the first place. I have no idea if you were ever going to tell me. And I know all about this fight that you two got in as well.
You know about the fight? Who did you hear it from? Did May tell you?
That's right. When I heard that she was in the hospital, I came to see her as fast as I could. I found her room and she told me everything. I really can't believe that you hid all this from me while I was gone. How could you cheat on me?
Please don't be upset with me. You don't know how hard it was on me.
Why shouldn't I be upset with you? Our daughter knew that you were lying to me this whole time, and you never even said a word to me. The whole reason that May ran away in the first place is because she couldn't stand living with you and wanted to leave. And that's how she ended up getting in that accident in the first place.
But I didn't cheat on you. That's just something that May came up with, but it's not true.
And let me guess, you're just saying that because you're sure that you deleted all the evidence that May collected on her phone, right? Well, I'm afraid that she already sent them to another friend just in case you tried to do that exact thing. So you didn't get rid of all the evidence.
You're kidding me, right?
Not at all. In fact, I've been back in town for a few days, and I've been doing some digging of my own. You haven't even been here to visit May once since she was admitted, have you? You just want to be with your boyfriend. You just left our daughter in the hospital with all her injuries. You didn't want me to think that anything was wrong.
Please, I'm so sorry. I was so lonely, and you weren't going to be home for long. You have to understand!
Just save it. I don't want to hear whatever excuses you've made for yourself.
Please, you have to listen to me. I am really telling you the truth. I wasn't cheating on you as such. I've only ever met up with this guy a few times since you've left. You do believe me, don't you?
So you think I should just be happy that you were having a fling behind my back?
That's not what I'm saying, and you know it!
If you ever wanted to see someone else, then why didn't you just ask for a divorce, huh? Now even our daughter knows that you were cheating on me.
I really am sorry. I never wanted anything like this to happen.
Whatever, don't act like you haven't been talking to this guy for some months now. This isn't some recent thing. You can't just pretend like this whole connection hasn't been there this whole time I've been gone. You even took May's phone away when she did find out, and that's why you told me not to contact her, isn't it?
I just didn't know how you'd react, and I was so scared, and Please don't leave me!
Just save it. I don't want to hear from you ever again. All I care about now is just making sure that May is okay. After that, I told both Tiffany and my parents about what had happened. Once they knew why their granddaughter was in the hospital, the only person opposed to our divorce was Tiffany herself. She begged me not to go through with the divorce, but signed the papers in the end. In the divorce proceedings, May herself submitted a written statement from the hospital about how she didn't want to live with her mom anymore. In the end, I was granted custody of May. It turns out that the guy that she was seeing was someone she knew through work. They had gone out for drinks a couple of times, and things escalated from there. The night that May found out about the two of them, she had come home early from a friend's house and heard them in the bedroom. I can't imagine the shock it must have given her. Now that I'm back home, I want to make sure that my daughter has all the right things that she needs to move past this traumatic event. I feel so horrible that I wasn't even there, and I had no idea what was going on. But now that I have my daughter back in my life, I am never letting go. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel to see more content like this.